This is your High Desert Sports Report, the Victor Valley's only weekly action highlights sports program, covering our area's schools, teams, athletes, and sporting events.
My name is David Slover. I'm the new head football coach at Victor Valley College. The biggest thing is to build the program, focus on recruiting, keeping the High Desert student athletes home.
These Rams, each a graduate of a local high school, are evidence of VVC winning the High Desert recruiting wars. They are among the highest number of players ever enrolled in a VVC summer camp.
My name is Miguel Larios. I'm a sophomore coming into this year. I play quarterback.
What changes have you seen in effect under Coach Glover?
He's really brought in a lot of players that are bought into the program. The workouts are a lot more different. The chemistry within the players, everyone seems to have fun playing football and to buy in the program. Like, a lot more players are putting in more effort than previous years, and I think we all have the same goal. It's just to win this year.
Speaking goals, hopefully long-range goals for you. You'd like to play college football at a higher level.
Yes, sir.
If I'm a recruiter, why should I recruit you? What are your skills? What do you bring to the table?
I bring I'm very passionate, and I would say for myself, I have a lot of leadership skills. I like to be vocal, push other guys, not discourage them, and I want to make sure everyone is bought in to offense or defense and see what Coach Slover has to bring and what the coaches have to bring, and just move forward and win ball games.
Does this former Hesperia Scorpion see himself a running quarterback who can also throw? Does he prefer running over throwing the ball?
I would say pass first, then run.
Yeah. Any NFL quarterback or college quarterback you would like to say you'd like to fashion your game after?
I would say, honestly, right now, probably Russell Wilson. I watched a lot of him, Kyler Murray, college, Caleb Williams, just Dak Prescott, quarterbacks like that. I mainly watched a lot of tape on.
What about superheroes? Any that you can identify with? And why?
That's hard. I'll probably say Iron Man, just because of the sacrifices he makes and his leadership that he brings. So I feel like that's the type of energy I bring to the team.
We can tell this returning Ram is definitely having fun.
Hi, how are you doing? My name is Carlos Anaya, and I am currently going into my sophomore year, and I play receiver / tight end, kind of a mixture of both, but I preferably stay at tight end.
Anything in particular you like about what you've seen so far from Coach Slover?
Overall, the aspects that he's brought to this team, especially with him being not just a defensive coordinator, but also a strength and conditioning coach, he's really brought a different type of atmosphere to this weight room alone, just with not including the field or anything like that. He really makes sure that we can produce what we need to on the field just from starting in the weight room, because everything starts here.
What are your strengths? What do you bring to the table?
Well, I mean, let alone me standing at 6'6", I bring the height that a lot of teams look for, especially now in the D1 college field, especially with, you don't really get the nice, long, lanky, but still kind of bigger tight end that's standing at 6'6", because that kind of brings a different aspect, because if I'm going against linebackers, then it becomes an easier job for me, an easier job for everybody else.
Answers well spoken. I don't know if you've already answered it in terms of someone might fit that description, but a superhero you might identify with?
It would definitely have to be Spider-Man. With me only being 18, about to turn 19 in about a week, me watching him through movies, because I've always been a movie person, he kind of holds that responsibility, and he was always treated as a child at first, but then it got to the point where he was held to a higher standard, and that's what I've been held to this year, especially by Coach Slover. Not just me helping out Miguel that was recently here before. Miguel, he holds a standard, and I have to be able to keep up with him or sometimes go over him and hold a bigger standard for everybody on the team, because everybody looks up to me.
Incredible answers. Well done. Thanks for these comments. Good luck when the season gets underway.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
College football is a lot of fun for this returning Ram.
My name is Elijah Goa. I am currently a sophomore playing DB at Victor Valley College.
Where did you go to high school?
I went to high school at Barstow.
What do you like best about what you've seen under the Slover administration?
Under Slover, he brought back a lot of mentalities. He brought back the 03, outwork our opponents, and you can see it through all the players on the team. Everyone's outworking each other, outworking themselves on and off the field. In meetings, you see everyone's taking notes, and in the gym, you see everyone pushing each other. Even even out of practice, everyone's still hitting each other up, trying to get extra work in.
Good job. Well, at 5'8", you might have a hard time finding a superhero you
Oh,
can identify.
5'8", whoa. I'm 5'10" with a helmet on, you know.
Sure, all right, yeah, that guy.
His identification with Spider-Man has deeply personal roots.
I'll say Spider-Man because at a young age, he was,
Looked upon as a child,
Spider-Man, he was, at a young age, he got put on a big responsibility, and I feel like being the oldest of 6 kids, from birth, I was, I had a lot of responsibility, setting the bar for all my brothers. I have a second brother right now who's going to ENMU, and I feel like I have to set that bar higher for him to push past that bar.
Congratulations, good answers. Anything else I was supposed to ask you, you remember? I think we've got...
the best smile on the team is me.
Okay, what's his team going to have to do in order to contend for the title?
I would say just keep outworking each other, keep pushing each other, and just outwork our opponents.
Over 70 players are enrolled in the Rams summer class. Players will be in pads the second week in August. All this in preparation for the Rams' first game, August 19th at LA Southwest. This Victor Valley College Sports Report is presented by the Bradco Companies, Joseph W. Brady's Bradco Companies, the High Desert Mojave River Valley's longest-standing full-service commercial brokerage firm. Bradco, ardent supporters of the team's athletes and sports programs at Victor Valley College.
Congratulations on your first win.
Your High Desert Sports Report is brought to you by Down Home Grill in Victorville on the corner of Bear Valley Road and Ridgecrest Road. Bid fast and last, sold on supporting High Desert Sports. The Bradco Companies, supporting all of the teams and sports programs throughout the Mojave River Valley. Iwanzak Law Firm, trial lawyers for serious problems. Valu Quality Truck Body. Valu manufactures state-of-the-art truck bodies for the construction industry nationwide. We Got 'em Tees, your headquarters for custom screen printing and mastercraft embroidery design. Silverwood, the developers of the Silverwood Master Planned Community, support the teams, athletes, and sports programs of all our High Desert and Mojave River Valley schools. And by the Holiday Inn in Victorville. The Holiday Inn, Conference and Convention Center for the High Desert. The Holiday Inn, supporting the teams, schools, and sports programs throughout the Victor Valley. These two football coaches have never lost a league game as head coach. Kieran Jones of Silverado, Oak Hills, Robert Metzger. Kieran Jones begins his 4th season at Silverado with the 2023 Hawks determined to defend their DSL title and three-peat as league champions. Kieran Jones has not lost a Desert Sky League game in his 3 seasons as Hawks head coach. Team leaders include a Superman Black Panther, a Batman, an Iron Man, and a confident all-league lineman who identifies himself as a superhero.
I like to identify as Malachi Lopez. I'm my own superhero because in all the superhero movies, everybody seems to be perfect in their own way, but as my superhero, I still make mistakes, but I grow from my mistakes. And yeah.
Super answer. What do you bring to the table?
I like to bring leadership. I like to try and be a captain, be a brother to my brothers on the field and off the field, inside the classrooms. And if they need anything, they can come and talk to me or ask questions.
What is this team going to have to do in order to contend for the Desert Sky League title?
Just be responsible. Don't make no dumb decisions outside of football. And as far as on the field, ask questions if you need to. Pay attention and just do your job.
This senior follows the blocking of his all-league center.
My name is Devin Lane. I play for Silverado High School. I'm a running back, and I'm a 2024.
Leadership qualities are high on the list of traits and characteristics of Devin Lane, who missed most of last season due to an early season injury.
I'm a good team player. I make sure everybody is doing what they're supposed to be doing. I follow directions when they're given, and I try my best to do things to the best of my ability. I always go 100%, and yeah, I try my best every single time.
Well, let's see how you can do your best on the answer to this question. If there's one hard and fast rule Coach Jones expects to be followed for all of his players, what might that be?
It's definitely go 100% on the field, try your best all the time, and do everything that you can to help the team and yourself too. So it's mainly yourself and the team, because whenever you do what you're supposed to be doing, it also helps out the team too.
Good answer.
Yeah.
What's this team going to have to do to win the DSL title this year?
I think that we all need to work harder, and we need to always be disciplined, work 100% every practice, every game, always go hard. I think we need to keep working in the weight room, like continuously, and I think we need to be watching film on the teams that we will be playing. So like probably past games, seeing what kind of defense the teams run and how the offense works and stuff like that. So and get our plays down to the teeth like that. Yeah.
Give me the name of a superhero, if you can, that you could identify with, and why.
Since I'm running back and I think I'm pretty strong, I'll probably say Black Panther or Superman, one of the two, because I could take a hit. So
This Hawk delivers hits.
Fernando Avila, and I'm class of 2024.
What positions?
I play outside linebacker and defensive end.
What are your strengths? What are your strong points?
Very physical. I'm a quick learner. That's really it.
Well, speaking of quick learner, what was one thing you learned is the first hard and fast rule you have to follow in order to play for Coach Jones?
Don't make the same mistakes twice. He hates that. He hates it a lot.
Okay. What about the team this year? What's the team going to have to do in order to contend for the Desert Sky League title?
Just be disciplined, do your job. That's it.
What about the superhero? If you had to identify with any superhero, is there one that comes to mind?
Let's see. I'll probably say Iron Man. I really like worrying about my own self. Iron Man does that same too. He worries about his own self a lot, but he actually helps other people too. That's why I am. I like to say that.
Strong leadership qualities are an attribute immediately recognized in the interview with this Hawks senior.
Devin Williams, class of 2024. I play receiver and safety for Silverado.
What do you bring to the table? What are your strengths? What are your strong points?
I bring leadership, experience. I bring just an all-around person every underclassman and even my teammates can look up to and go to. They have questions about anything. Just a straight dog. I want to win by any means. I hate losing, sore loser. And I just want to be the best player on the field at all times and be the best leader on the field at all times. I want to make the people better around me so we can have a successful season.
Well said. What is there a superhero you identify with, and why?
If anything, I had to say it's probably Batman. No extra superpower because I'm not the tallest, I'm not the fastest, I'm not the strongest, but I get the job done for sure.
Okay. Here's another question I'll ask. In order for this team, oh yeah, I know what I want to ask here. Is there rule one hard and fast rule that Coach Jones imposes upon you players that you know you have to follow?
Don't make the same mistake twice. If you want to play, you can't make the same mistake twice because he hates seeing someone make the same mistake after he just told him not to do it. But that's the simplest thing.
Very good answers.
Rudy Romero, 62, was All-League in 2022. He is a 5'8", 290-pound nose guard. The Hawks open at Servite on August 18th. Their first home game is the last Thursday in August, hosting Coach Justin Price's Yucaipa Thunderbirds. Adelanto coach Rafael Perry has a trio of all-league players returning to anchor the Saints' defense, including first-team All-Desert Sky League defensive end Marquise Pacheco.
My name is Marquise Pacheco. I'm from Adelanto High School, class 2024. I play wide receiver. I'm helping my coach play quarterback, but I play DN, and yeah.
Weren't you all-league last year?
Yes, sir.
What position?
DN.
Yeah, so you've got to experience both sides of the ball. Do you have a preference? Where would you rather be when the game's in the way?
To be honest, both sides of the ball is kind of fun. It's really fun, but it's a lot of work. So like you got to stay focused and stuff.
What do you see as your role on this team?
Just being with the family, with my team, having fun with the coaches, just balling out.
What are Saints going to have to do in order to compete for the DSL title in 2023?
We're going to have to ball out this year. We got to keep going. Fight hard. Don't give up.
This Saints Junior is another two-way starter and returning all Desert Sky League selection.
Tylen Johnson.
Alan, what positions do you play? What year are you?
I play wide receiver and corner, and I go to Atlanta High School, and I'm class of 25.
What's your job? What's your role? What's your responsibilities with this team?
I feel like having to be a leader, set an example, get everybody to work hard.
What are the Saints going to have to do to contend for the DSL title in 2023?
Everybody has to give it 110% every play. Nobody could take a break off because everything has to be all gas, no breaks this year.
Job one for the Saints offense, upgrading their passing game, grooming a new quarterback, paramount in the process.
You're talking to Sebastian Lopez. I come from Atlanta, California. And
what positions?
Quarterback. Quarterback.
Where are you?
I'm a class of 2024.
How do you view yourself as a leader of this team? What are your responsibilities? What are your duties?
I view myself as someone that my players look up to, as a leader, not even more as a teammate, as a brother, as family. My goal for this year, my responsibility is to keep my team at a chin up, chest high. That's what we say, as a team, because in the highs and lows, no matter what it is, even if they score on us, we're down 15-0, we're down. No matter the case, we will always keep our heads up high. My responsibility is to keep my team up, and I'm gonna do whatever it takes to take us to the top. And no matter what, everything's a lesson. No regrets, only learning.
Nicely said. Well said. What are the Saints going to have to do to contend for the DSL title this season?
Well, it's all competition. All I can say is my team will be prepared, ready. I can't say nothing about the other teams because I'm worried about my team and my team only. One thing I could for sure say and guarantee you is we're gonna do the best we can, and they're gonna see who we are. We're gonna represent Atlanta, A-Town for sure.
For sure, the first test for the Saints in 2023 will be their season opener at home Friday, August 18th against Castaic. At this passing league event, hosted by Granite Hills, veteran coach Alex Gonzalez is breaking in new quarterbacks to replace 2022 All-League QB Byron Rivas. The Cougars' offense will again revolve around All-CIF running back.
You're talking to Cameron Smith, class of 2024.
Cameron Smith defines his role.
What's your role on this team?
My role really, I want to take my team to the chips. I'm really looking forward to being a leader, hoping my team follow my footsteps because I'm always teach them to do good,
You have individual goals. What are your goals that you've set as you start out your 2023 season?
To be honest, I'm just trying to make it past what we did my sophomore year, which is second round. So if we make it past there, I'll low-key be satisfied.
Well, who am I talking to?
Joey Soto, class of 24.
What positions do you play, Joey?
Running back and linebacker.
What are your responsibilities? What do you see? What do you, in a certain sense, what do you bring to the table, or what's your role on this team, Joey?
Just to be a captain, lead everybody, and just do good.
What are the Cougars going to have to do in order to be able to compete for the DSL title in 2023?
We're just gonna have to play as a team. Everybody has to communicate and all that, and just lead it.
Now, defensive units are out there during these drills, a 7-on-7 competition. What does the team accomplish, or do you accomplish, especially defensively?
It just gives us a chance to get a better feeling of our team, work together, and since we have new QBs out here, that lets us work with them, build a connection with them.
What do you see as advantages of this 7-on-7 competition? What do you accomplish with this type of workout this summer?
Really our QBs, we got a few new QBs. They looking pretty good, to be honest. I like what we've been working with them, so that's pretty cool.
What are the Cougars going to have to do to contend for the DSL title?
We got to work harder than everybody else, even though the type of conditions we in. Even though we don't got a field, really, everybody else got a field. So we really got to work with what we got to.
What the Cougars do have to work with is one of the area's most explosive running backs and 3 other returning All-DSL players and a head coach whose experience ranks him the Dean of Desert Sky League coaches. Granite Hills opens the 2023 season at Palm Springs the 3rd Friday in August 18th. Robert Kistner begins his 2nd year of rebuilding the Victor Valley football program, and the High Desert's Dean of Active Head Coaches has a trio of team leaders ready, willing, and able to lead the Jackrabbits into the 2023 season, beginning with this all-CIF linebacker.
My name is Jay Sean Stone, class of 2025.
All CIF last season. What are your strengths? What are your strong points?
I say my strong parts are like just teamwork, helping like the team get better, and like it's not like a strong part just by myself. It's just everybody that helped me get my strong parts.
What's the team going to have to do to contend for the DSL title and make the playoffs?
I say dedication. Like we need to actually put the work in and keep like hard working as a team and like make a family here.
Any one hard and fast rule that you know you have to follow in 2nd year under Coach Robert Kistner? One hard and fast rule?
I would say effort. Like when you give 100% of your effort, like big things start happening.
The superhero question, a role model. Anyone that serves as a role model to you, or a superhero you can identify with?
I would probably say like Superman, probably, because it's like he kind of like a team player and just like watch, and he's dedicated to his work and stuff.
This senior was All-League last season.
My name is Hezekiah Jenkins, class of 2024, and I play strong safety and wide receiver.
Think you're going to be going both ways?
Yeah.
What do you bring to the table? What are your strengths?
What I bring to the table is my quick thinking, my leadership, my speed, and etc.
Etc. includes leading his team in solo tackles last season and a team-high 4 interceptions. When a player's position on the roster is listed as athlete, you can bet he has multiple above-average skills.
What's one hard and fast rule you know that every player must abide by, and if you're going to be on the field for coach?
The small things kill us. Like the little paper cups kill us at all. It can kill anything. Keep going, the paper cup's going to kill us.
What about a superhero, an action hero?
Probably the Flash. There's the speed, and you get the job quick and done.
Super answer to the superhero question. What's this team going to have to do in order to make the playoffs and contend for the title?
Everybody got to do go by their position. They're going to have to go by their position hard. Everybody got to play as a team, bring their chemistry together, and just play hard to the end of the game.
This senior is another 100% every down, 2-way starter.
My name is Kyron Harris, class of 2024. I play outside linebacker and tight end.
Tyrone, what do you bring to the table? What are your strengths?
My strengths are like I make sure my teammates are accountable. You know, I got to make sure they're all accountable. They got to come to practice. We gotta work hard. Got to go 100%. That's all.
What's the team going to have to do to contend or make the playoffs?
We'll have to trust the process and buy into what coaches are preaching us, and just go 100% every day. Come to practice and show up.
In accordance with what the coach preaches, is there one hard and fast rule that every Jackrabbit knows you have to follow or adhere to in order to be on the field?
No matter what mistake you make, just go 100%. You might make a play. You know, just all effort, all in.
Is there any superhero or action hero or role model that that you identify with?
I have to say Batman. I have to say Batman. Reason why is because he's a great leader. You know, he makes sure, even though he's the weakest on the team, I guess you could say in a sense, he makes sure all his teammates are accountable. Make sure they show up. Make sure they do the right things. You know, there's never one time they're doing the wrong thing. He'll make sure it's great.
The Jackrabbits open the season with back-to-back home games. The first Friday, August 18th against Montclair. Then the last Friday in August, hosting Rialto. Adelanto coach Rafael Perry has a trio of all-league players returning to anchor the Saints' defense, including first-team All-Desert Sky League defensive end Marquise Pacheco.
My name is Marquise Pacheco. I'm from Adelanto High School, class 2024. I play wide receiver. I'm helping my coach play quarterback, but I play DN, and yeah.
Weren't you all league last year?
Yes, sir.
What position?
DN.
Yeah. So You've got to experience both sides of the ball. Do you have a preference? Where would you rather be when the game's underway?
To be honest, both sides of the ball is kind of fun. It's really fun, but it's a lot of work. So like, you got to stay focused and stuff.
What do you see as your role on this team?
Just being with the family, with my team, having fun with the coaches, just balling out.
What are Saints going to have to do in order to compete for the DSL title in 2023?
We're going to have to ball out this year. We have to keep going, fight hard, don't give up.
This Saints Junior is another two-way starter and returning all Desert Sky League selection.
Tylen Johnson.
Alan, what positions do you play? What year are you?
I play wide receiver and corner, and I go to Atlanta High School, and I'm class of 25.
What's your job? What's your role? What's your responsibilities with this team?
I feel like having to be a leader, set an example, get everybody to work hard.
What are the Saints going to have to do to contend for the DSL title in 2023?
Everybody has to give it 110% every play. Nobody could take a break off because everything has to be all gas, no breaks this year.
Job one for the Saints offense, upgrading their passing game, grooming a new quarterback, paramount in the process.
I was talking to Sebastian Lopez. I come from Atlanta, California. And,
what position?
Quarterback. Play quarterback.
Where are you?
I'm a class of 2024.
How do you view yourself as a leader of this team? What are your responsibilities? What are your duties?
I view myself as someone that my players look up to as a leader, not more as a teammate, as a brother, as family. My goal for this year, my responsibility is to keep my team at a chin up, chest high. That's what we say, as a team, because in the highs and lows, no matter what it is, even if they score on us, we're down 15-0, we're down. No matter the case, we will always keep our heads up high. My responsibility is to keep my team up, and I'm gonna do whatever it takes to take us to the top. And no matter what, everything's a lesson. No regrets, only learning.
Nicely said. Well said. What are the Saints going to have to do to contend for the DSL title this season?
Well, it's all competition. All I can say is my team prepared, ready. I can't say nothing about other teams because I'm worried about my team and my team only. One thing I could for sure say and guarantee you is we're gonna do the best we can, and they're gonna see who we are. We're gonna represent Atlanta A-Town for sure.
For sure, the first test for the Saints in 2023 will be their season opener at home Friday, August 18th against Castaic. Which DSL team appears to stand the best chance to dethrone Silverado's attempt to repeat as league champions? The Barstow Aztecs are picked by many area sports writers to make a serious run at the Desert Sky League title. Second year, Coach Clay Lilamani has 4 frontline all-league players returning. Running back Dimitri Curiel has been one of the DSL's leading ball carriers the past 2 years. He led the league with 21 touchdowns in 2022. Wide receiver John Tay Drisdom was the leading pass receiver last season as a sophomore. Cornerback Elias Copeland, lineman Samuelu Tufuyanoa, all DSL standouts returning. We get our first look at the 2023 Aztecs when they open at Hesperia, August 18th. They open league play at Adelanto the last Thursday in September, the 28th. Hesperia Christian is primed to repeat their prominence among 8-man football teams. The defending CIF Division II champion, Patriots, return all-CIF running back Aiden Ortega for 20. Aiden Ortega accounted for over 1,200 yards total offense his junior year and scored 25 touchdowns, 5 in the CIF title game. 23 is versatile Arlen Custer, an all-around outstanding athlete. He was all CIF last season defensively, shown here receiving a scoring pass in the 2022 CIF Championship victory. The 6'2", 210-pound triple threat will quarterback the 2023 Patriots. He kicks field goals and extra points, too. Wide receiver Caleb O'Day, 3, is among the speediest targets of Arlen Custer Aerials. Defensive standouts returning include 42 linebacker Roderick Taylor, pound for pound as tenacious as any defender Patriots opponents will face. when going up against Hesperia Christian this season. A sophomore in 2022, Roderick Taylor was Agape League Defensive Player of the Year. 33 is Jake Roseberry, 5'10", 200-pound linebacker. Like Roderick Taylor, Jake Roseberry, a junior this season. Julian Villalon, 55, played at 6'2", 210 last season. He is back for his senior year. 21 is Caleb Lewis, like Julian Villalon, a senior in 2023. Hesperia Christian has speed, size, depth, and experience, necessary ingredients to not only repeat as Agape League champions, but to also defend their CIF championship. The Patriots open at Mammoth August 25th. Their first home game is September 1st, hosting Victory Christian Academy out of Chula Vista. Your High Desert Sports Report is brought to you by Down Home Grill, corner of Bear Valley Road and Ridgecrest Road in Victorville. Bid fast and last, world-class auctioneers. Valu Quality Truck Bodies, Joseph W. Brady's Bradco Companies, Iwanzak Law Firm, trial lawyers for serious problems. Silverwood, the developers of the Silverwood Master Planned Community. We Got 'em Tees, your headquarters for custom screen printing and mastercraft embroidery design. And by the Holiday Inn in Victorville, Conference and Convention Center for the Victor Valley. The Holiday Inn supports our area's teams, schools, athletes, and sports programs. Coach Robert Metzger has his Oak Hills Bulldogs locked and loaded, locked in and loaded with talent in pursuit of a third consecutive Mojave River League title. Offensive tackle Pocky Fano, 53, is the biggest reason, literally and figuratively, Oak Hills is favored to three-peat. 6'5", 270. Now, Pocky Fano is twice first-team All-League and the area's most highly recruited lineman in 2023. These comments followed the Bulldogs' 41-27 victory over Apple Valley last season.
Pocky, what made the difference in this game?
We're just more physical. We played our hearts out, you know. We've been preparing for this for a long time. It felt good. As you can see, everybody was excited. We got the stands up and everything.
Other All-League players leading the Bulldogs into the 2023 season are the area's most highly recruited running back, their quarterback and Mojave River League Offensive Player of the Year, a super sophomore who led the league in interceptions his freshman season, and an All-Mojave River League linebacker. These Bulldogs were interviewed at a 7-on-7 competition on the day their All-CIF running back was celebrating his 17th birthday.
Carson Cox, Oak Hills High School.
What position is Carson?
Running back, outside linebacker.
A preference? Where would you rather be, offense or defense?
I like both. I'll go running back.
You could do some wide receiver too. This
I can.
passing league gives you that opportunity.
It does, absolutely.
What do you perceive as your role? What's your role on this team, especially in terms of leadership?
Being the leader, setting the example, lead by example, doing always what's right. So.
All right. What are you guys going to have to do to repeat as MRL champions?
Keep working hard in the weight room. It starts in the weight room. The leadership that we have going on, the friendship, the bonds, and just rebuilding up. You can't get complacent.
What are the advantages of the passing league, the 7-on-7? Is it more conditioning, or is it actually in timing with the skill players coming back?
It's a little bit of both. Mainly conditioning, getting used to the routes and everything, getting used to what we'll see during the season. So.
Colleges joining the list. Recruiting the junior speedster includes the USC Trojans.
Thank you.
Add this player in the mix, and Oak Hills has the most explosive offensive attack in the league.
Diego Lopez, senior quarterback at Oak Hills.
Do you have personal goals for this upcoming season?
I'm mostly focused on team goals, but personal goals, I would like to throw for at least 25 touchdowns, and I want more rushing touchdowns this year.
What's the team going to have to do to repeat as MRL champions?
We just have to stay focused, stay humble, and take 1 week at a time.
How would you define your role, particularly in terms of leadership?
You know, just like staying on top of the guys in a respectful way, cheering them on, getting them up, and just don't bring them down.
What advantages do you find in this passing league? What do you guys get out of it?
We get a lot out of it. Last year, we had a couple of guys, but this year they're not known as much, but we've been working and we just need to get on the same page just like last year. We'll be fine.
Thanks for these comments, Diego, and good luck as the season gets underway in August.
Thank you.
Receivers include the MRL pass interceptions leader in 2022.
Jeffrey Johnson.
What grade are you in, Jeff?
9th grade going into 10th right now.
What do you foresee as your role on this Bulldogs team?
Honestly, to go wherever coach puts me and give it my best every single play.
Do you have any preference, offense and defense?
I prefer defense.
The league's top pass defender last year, all set to be a top pass receiver in 2023.
Yes, sir. I'm ready.
Versatility applies to this All-League player named All-MRL Utility Player.
Gabriel Garcia Jr., running back, linebacker, class of 24.
What do you foresee your role as the 2023 season is just around the bend?
I see them. Me being dependable. Like they can count on me. They do whatever they need me to do, and not just what I want to do, but what the team needs me to do.
All right, that's all I need. Thanks for these comments. Good luck, and it'll be fun watching you today.
Thank you.
Another returning All-Mojave River League Bulldog is Charles King, 99, the 6'1", 232-pound defensive lineman, registered 37 solo tackles his junior year, his 7 sacks tops among Bulldogs defenders. Also returning, Gabriel Lucero, 15, 6', 210-pound defensive lineman. Oak Hills opens the 2023 season hosting Aquinas on August 18th. Aquinas out of San Bernardino and the Ironwood League. Apple Valley's Kyle Godfrey prepares his Sun Devils to contend for the Mojave River League title and make another advance deep into the postseason. Apple Valley played in the CIF championship game in 2021. Team leaders include an All-MRL quarterback, All-League lineman, All-Area running back, and All-League free safety. These players were interviewed on the 17th birthday of their quarterback.
Noah Seeley, number 8, quarterback at Apple Valley High School.
Yeah. Senior season coming up. Answer this right away, if you would, Noah. How do you see your responsibilities, your role as a team leader this season?
I definitely think more on the vocal side because we lost a lot of our vocal leaders with Jairo Pepitele, with him being gone. And a lot of I think it's also just me being a senior. It's like that opportunity to just show the team that I'm the guy to kind of follow.
Confidence never lacking, and that has been one of your strengths, your strong points. Let me ask you this. If there's a superhero, an action hero you could identify with, you had to be the stunt double, let's say, in a movie. Is there a superhero or an action hero you could identify with, and why?
I'd probably say like Spider-Man. That's how I think, because I've noticed with a lot of his movies he always gets knocked down pretty bad, but he always never really gives up. So that's why I like that aspect of it.
What do you know the Sun Devils are going to have to do in order to regain the Mojave River League championship?
I think this year it's going to be playing smart and playing through the strengths of each player we got. So, and I also think just playing more as a team this year, having a better bond than we did last year.
On the receiving end of that 48-yard screen pass,
Xavier Salazar, class of 2024, running back, safety.
Xavier Salazar, returning All-Area running back, who shows his breakaway speed again on this 57-yard touchdown. He knows his role this season involves more than breaking off long runs and scoring touchdowns.
Being a leader, I'm sure they rely on me being a leader this year, helping out the younger pups. There's gonna be a few of them, but I'll be there to help them out and as best I can.
Is there an NFL player or a college player that you identify with and would like to kind of emulate how they play?
Deuce Vaughn. Deuce Vaughn. He's a small guy, very elusive, fast, and he's really good on open field tackling or breaking that open field. I kind of identify as that, Deuce Vaughn.
What are the Sun Devils going to have to do to regain the Mojave River League championship?
Work as a team. We got to build some trust. Our team bonding, which it's getting up there. We're doing really good on team bonding. But yeah, we just got to build trust and trust in each other that we'll do our own job and know our own jobs.
It is tough to single out highlights of offensive linemen like Jonah Laupepatella, 55. Their highlight is the success of the play when they do their job blocking. To get a better idea of what makes Jonah Laupepatella so special, listen to his interview.
I'm Jonah. I'm class of 2025. I play offensive tackle, offensive guard, and I also play D-line.
And pronounce your last name because I think everybody mispronounces it.
Laupepatella.
All right, thank you. What do you see as your role on the team this year, Jim?
I see my role as a leader, not only to my teammates, but as well as my classmates in my school. And I just try to help everyone around here and try to do my best on and off the field.
If you could identify with any action hero or superhero, saying perhaps you have to be their stunt double in a movie or something like that, is there a superhero or an action hero you could identify with and why?
A superhero that I can identify with is the Hulk, mainly because he's my favorite superhero, and I'm like my strongest asset is my brain, and I'm like smart with everything I do. I make smart decisions, and also I get angry on the field, and I'm strong.
What will Apple Valley have to do to win the MRL title this year?
This year, I think we have to be better as a family, and not work as a team, but work as a family, and we got to come closer together and build better bonds. And we definitely got to work harder on and off the field. We can't, and we also got to show up to the game knowing that we're going to win and not question if we're going to win.
The team's defensive captain exudes that confidence.
Caden Strubing. I am a football player at Apple Valley High School. I play receiver and safety.
And expect to go both ways this year?
Yes, sir. I'm going to go both ways, make plays on both of the sides.
What do you perceive as your role? What's your job in the leadership role?
I'm a captain of the defense. I'm a leader. I control all the DBs. I tell them where to go and what to do. So,
what about the action hero question? If you could identify with a superhero or an action hero, who would that be and why?
I would be probably Superman because I want to be that one guy that will able to make all the plays on the field. Like if the coaches need a deep play to happen, like I could go and make that play and be there for them, be that Superman on the team.
Nicely said. What about the task ahead for the Sun Devils? What's Apple Valley going to have to do in order to contend for the Mojave River League championship?
Well, our coaches do an amazing job by keeping us strong, physical. Like we have a great weight room session going on right now. We're definitely just gonna have to be way physical. Like we're a really physical team. So if we're going into that season physical, strong, we're gonna do really great.
This Sun Devil was also All-League last season kicker Kyler Peters. A junior this season, Kyler Peters connected on 40 of 43 extra points and kicked 4 field goals last season, won a 44-yarder. He's not exactly a secret weapon. He is reigning All-League place kicker, but Kyler Peters may well prove to be the difference maker in any close games the Sun Devils play in 2023. Apple Valley opens the season at home August 18th against East Lake out of Chula Vista. Sultana coach T.C. Cleveland's Sultans were the Cinderella story of the Mojave River League in 2022, beating out Serrano for third place in league and qualifying for the postseason for the first time since 2018. Returning players include their reigning MRL Offensive Player of the Year, his top pass receiver, the team's tackles leader, and this 290-pound All-League lineman.
Caleb Pele, on the senior year, play left tackle and D tackle, sometimes DN.
What do you bring to the table? What are your strengths, your strong points, Caleb?
I think I just bring good leadership, good vibe to the team. Really set the culture off here, Sultana changed it last year.
Last year was a breakthrough year for the Sultans. What are you going to have to do this year to improve and contend for the MRL title and go deep into the playoffs?
I think we're going to have to come out with the same mindset we had last year, play the same way, bond as a team, gel as a team. I think we'll do just fine.
Same question to Jacob Higgs.
Just continue to build. You know, we got a lot of returners. We lost some big guys, but we got a lot of guys that know how to play football, a lot of guys that were on the field. So continuing to build and taking along some of the younger guys and just having a dog mindset. You can't be scared because we are an underdog, so you have to go in there with the grit and the want to get over the hump.
What are your goals, personal goals that you have set this year?
I want to be a 3,000 yards in the air and a 1,000 on the ground guy, and I also want to be 60 to 65% completion percentage, and I want to tune down the turnovers last year.
His leading receiver the past 2 seasons is this fellow junior.
LeMason Waller III.
What grade and what position?
I'm going to be a junior, and I play receiver, corner, and safety.
You've led the team in touchdown receptions and passing yardage the last 2 seasons. Do you have personal goals this year that you've established?
I want to get 20-plus touchdowns, and I want to have 1,500 receiver yards this year.
You have a quarterback that can get the ball to you?
For sure.
Yeah.
We'll make it happen.
For sure. What have you learned are among the hard and fast rules a player has to follow in order to play for Coach Cleveland?
You got to be a team player. You got to work hard. You got to come to work every day because we're trying to build something new here. We're changing the culture at Sultana.
The team's defensive leader is this junior all-league linebacker.
Rome Thomas.
Rome, what grade you in and what position?
Going into the 11th, and I play linebacker and a little bit of running back.
I know leading tackler last year, all Mojave River League. What do you have personal goals that you've set for this year?
Yes, I do have some personal goals. I'm trying to get 120 plus tackles this year, so that's one of my goals. You know, mostly solo, and for offense, hopefully, you know, like 500 plus rushing yards.
What's the team going to have to do in order to contend with or win the Mojave River League title this season?
We could come together more as a team. You know, there's always something we need to work on. You know, but we're getting there day by day.
To help the team do that, what are your strengths? What are your strong points? What do you bring to the table?
I consider myself to be a good leader. You know, I follow instructions good. I got a good memory for the plays. Just like to motivate my teammates.
Any superhero you can identify with and why?
I would consider myself like a Black Panther.
What about NFL players? Are there NFL players that are a role model or someone that you emulate or like to fashion your game after?
I like Bobby Wagner. I like Fred Warner. I like a lot of people.
Well, I like your answers. Good job. Thanks for these comments. Good luck when the season gets underway, Ron.
Appreciate it.
The Sultans open the 2023 season at Lancaster August 18th. Their first home game is August 25th against Liberty. Serrano's list of returning all-league players is led by all-area defensive end Otis Hamer, 24. The 6-foot, 210-pound senior registered 6 sacks for the 2022 Diamondbacks his junior year. The offensive line showcases 79. David Green, the honor student All-Mojave River League tackle, his sophomore season. Carlos Empleo is a returning 2-way starter, shown here with the touchdown reception. Carlos Empleo is 5'7", 150. We'll see him at running back, wide receiver, and defensive back this season. Noah Almquist is 70. Noah Almquist is 6'2", 230, the 2-way starter, running down Atalanta's scrambling quarterback last season. Another defensive veteran, Jashawn Wright, is number 5. He is a 5'7", 150-pound defensive back in on this play. Josh Burgess, wearing 21 last year, shown running back a punt against Atalanta. Josh Burgess is 5'10", 175, running back and linebacker. He will wear 2 this season. Joshy Edgerton, 13, is a 5'11", 160-pound defensive back / outside linebacker in on this red zone tackle. Quarterback J.J. Kavanaugh's baptism was truly under fire last year as a sophomore. He was forced into action and gained valuable experience running the offense after Peyton Cornell's season-ending injury.
Pass from J.J. Kavanaugh is complete to Trevor Sturdivant.
Coach Casey Mahalchik's Diamondbacks opened the season playing host to Eisenhower on August 18th. Hesperia's Casey Goodnow enters his 6th season as Scorpions head coach, and he has 4 talented and experienced team leaders primed to lead the team into the 2023 season. This Scorpion was All-League his sophomore and junior years, and in 2022 the only player named All-League on both offense and defense.
You're talking to Anthony Ruiz. I'm a senior at Hesperia High School. I play DN and right guard, and some of my personal goals is to be either a teacher or either go to the military or the NFL.
The 6-foot, 280-pound offensive guard pulls and leads blockers here. He's number 55. His goal, his senior year?
Personal goals for the team, I want to say try to win MRL, compete with Oak, and try to shock the world this year.
As a team, what must the Scorpions do this season to compete for the Mojave River League title?
To compete for the MRL title is like have that mindset to win every single game. Have a mindset where even if we're down, we still have a chance to win a 10-point game, 15-point game. It doesn't matter what the deficit is. We have to have that mindset to keep on pushing forward.
Your role, if this year's team is going to shock the world?
Our role is to be a leader, to lead the linemen, the defense, the offense, to lead my brothers into battle.
Among the leading brothers in arms is this returning All-League defensive back.
You're talking to Don Henry.
Don, you were an All-League player last year. What position did you get to play this year, and what year are you?
I'm a senior. I'm going to play receiver and a little bit of safety and corner.
What does Don Henry see as his role on this team?
To lead by example and help us at all means possible to win.
And for the Scorpions to contend for a league title and postseason berth?
Come together, listen to our coaches, and execute everything they said. We should be fine. My goal is for us to come into league undefeated, and then come through league and get to playoffs.
Scorpions' opponents face this sacks and tackles leader.
Alan Torres.
What grade are you in?
I'm in 12th grade.
And Hesperia High School, what positions do you play?
I'm a linebacker and a running back.
What will the Scorpions have to do in order to compete in the MRL this year?
I think we got to come together as a family and as a team, just communicate better and, rally.
What does Adon Torres perceive to be his role on the team?
I think my job is just to be a leader, bring all the younger guys up, and just lead this team to what we want to do this year.
This Scorpions senior is another of the team's versatile two-way starters.
My name is Aiden Saylor, and I come to Hesperia High School.
What positions?
I'm playing linebacker and a little bit of wide receiver.
You're a senior this year. What do you perceive your job is? What's job one or your role on the team this year?
My job is to be a leader and to pick these guys up and to help them do the best they can at all aspects of their game.
All right, nicely stated. What are the things that the Scorpions are going to have to do as a team in order to compete for the Mojave River League title or to make the playoffs this year?
We're all just going to need to come together as a team and trust each other that we could do our jobs and, play the best we can.
The Scorpions open the season hosting Barstow August 18th, followed by pre-league matchups that include games against Desert Sky League counterparts Atalanto, Granite Hills, and Silverado, before opening MRL play against Oak Hills September 29th. Burroughs opens August 18th at Tehachapi. The Burroughs' first league game is at Serrano September 29th. Here are Game 1 results of all MRL and DSL teams last year. Oak Hills blasts past Antelope Valley, racing to a 42-0 first-half lead en route to a 50-0 victory over the visiting Antelopes from Lancaster. Carson Cox scores 3 touchdowns, this one his first of the night from 23 yards out. The second Carson Cox touchdown on the 9-yard run late in the second quarter. 147 yards on 11 carries this night for the 190-pound sophomore. He'll average nearly 14 yards a carry this game. Junior Diego Lopez, equally impressive in his debut at starting quarterback. 7 of 9 for 152 yards and a pair of touchdown passes. This 15-yard scoring toss to all-league wide receiver Shea Gabriel opens the scoring. Diego Lopez has the luxury of having 2 first-team all-league receivers to which to throw. 10 is Shane Young, who will haul in 3 passes in the season opener, including the second of Diego Lopez's TD passes. The Bulldogs established their dominant defense at the outset. Quamaine Thomas, 3 initial contact, joined by Samisi Fiataha, 41, and Peyton Metzger, 23. Gabriel Garcia, 2, and Christian Macias, 18, among first responders here. Christian Macias, 6 foot, 178-pound senior defensive back. Gabriel Garcia, 2, 5'9", 185-pound junior linebacker. Coach Robert Metzger's Bulldogs have a good shot at making it 2 straight shutouts to start the year. Next up, Highland, a team they beat 33-2 last year. The Bulldogs would go on to beat Highland 28-16 in 2022. In fact, Oak Hills wins 11 straight games in 2022 before falling to Bishop Amat in the second round of the CIF playoff. All 10 Mojave River League and Desert Sky League teams win season openers. Casey Goodnose Hesperia Scorpions get 2 rushing touchdowns from Jaquan Morris. Josh Smith's 100-plus passing yards include a 50-yard TD to Sam Parm. Adelanto debuts with a 26-7 win against Castaic. Mackay Shaw, 165 rushing yards, include a touchdown. Keith Reynolds, 6 carries for 49 yards and a TD. King Allah, a pair of interceptions. Carson Cox runs for 3 TDs. Diego Lopez throws for 2. And Robert Metzger's defending MRL champion, Oak Hills Bulldogs, shut out Antelope Valley. 4 0-week winners allowed 0 points to be scored against them. Casey Mahalchek's reigning CIF Division 8 champion Diamondbacks blanking Lancaster. Serrano is at Adelanto next. That game a Thursday matchup. Granite Hills coasts to a 40-0 win at Fontana. Byron Rivas's 4 TD passes. Malik Canny caught 3 of them. Kane Smith, 3 touchdowns for Alex Gonzalez Cougars. Barstow's Clay Lilamena era opens, shutting out Rubidoux. Silverado's 3-point win at Valley View, the closest of the 0-week games. Kieran Jones, DSL champions, come from behind to win in a back-and-forth battle at Valley View. Demaria Thomas's 2 touchdowns and the win-clinching interception. Frederick Hunter scores twice, 1 TD on a 75-yard screen pass from Roberto Ruiz. Fullback Mark Mendoza scores from long distance on Apple Valley's opening possession, stunning East Lake, and Kyle Godfrey's Sun Devils never looked back, racing to a lopsided win at Chula Vista. Junior quarterback Noah Seeley, 175 yards and a touchdown. Apple Valley, the highest-ranked high desert team, their number 40 in the state ranking, may improve following the 35-point victory over the San Diego area's perennial powerhouse opponent. Victor Valley's blanking of the Bears up in Big Bear ushers in the Robert Kistner era as coach of the Jackrabbits. Mammoth defensive tackle Dareth Browning, 2 fumble recoveries. Junior quarterback Isaac Cibrian accounts for both Jackrabbits touchdowns, running for the first, passing for the other. Your High Desert Sports Report is brought to you by Down Home Grill, corner of Bear Valley Road and Ridgecrest Road in Victorville.
Go, go, go,
Bid Fast and Last, world-class auctioneers. Valu, Quality Truck Bodies, Joseph W. Brady's Bradco Companies, Iwanzak Law Firm, trial lawyers for serious problems. Silverwood, the developers of the Silverwood Master Planned Community. We Got 'em Tees, your headquarters for custom screen printing and mastercraft embroidery design. And by the Holiday Inn in Victorville, Conference and Convention Center for the Victor Valley. The Holiday Inn supports our area's teams, schools, athletes, and sports programs. This is your High Desert Sports Report, the Victor Valley's only weekly action highlights sports program, covering our area's schools, teams, athletes, and sporting events.